In a different video, we talked about training of the posterior portion of the rotator cuff in a standing position with the arm elevated in the scapular plane, somewhere below 60 degrees of elevation. That works well for minor strength impairments of the posterior portion of the cuff. If there's a significant strength impairment due to tendinopathy or partial tearing of either the cranial or posterior portion of the cuff, and you examine elevation, and the deltoid is really forcing the head of the humerus up in the socket as a person elevates, we need to do something to minimize deltoid contraction so that we can facilitate good muscle strengthening of the cuff without significant upward migration of the humeral head. So we're going to support the arm on the table. This will allow the deltoid to relax. This exercise will look very similar. It's the quick concentric, eccentric shifting, which trains posterior portion, and even a little bit of the posterior part of the supraspinatus as well. But now we've minimized deltoid contraction by supporting the arm on the table. Again, we can do our slow eccentric descents. We toss the ball to ourselves so that momentarily the ball leaves our hand on the upswing of the motion, so that we're minimizing the concentric piece and maximizing the eccentric training of, again, primarily the posterior portion of the cuff and probably the posterior part of the cranial portion as well. Again, this position is used to minimize deltoid contraction and to minimize upward migration of the humeral head.